Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest doesn't just sit at the table, she reshapes it. A seasoned legal executive and policy strategist, she spent decades navigating antitrust, compliance, and corporate transformation at the highest levels, while boldly addressing equity, justice, and leadership head on. Sharp, strategic, and grounded in lived truth, she turns pressure into purpose and power into impact. Please help me welcome the amazing Nadine Jones, founder of General Counsel Support Service. Welcome, Nadine.
Thank you so much, Angel. Thank you for that introduction.
Oh, I am so flipping excited. I just got to speak to you for a little bit, and you are going to bring so much knowledge and excitement to our entrepreneurs out there. I just know it. So tell us about your company and who you really serve and what all you do for them.
My company is called General Counsel Support Services. And as somebody phrased it to me, I'm trying to provide services that I wish I had and support that I wish I had when I was general counsel of a multi-billion-dollar logistics company in Jersey City. And I'm really not just a thought partner, but I'm the one to kind of step in and provide that thinking space that we often don't have when we're in the corporate world, and to do the more complex projects that absolutely need to be done. But the day is spent putting out not just fires, but infernos all day, every day. And you have no one with enough bandwidth to be able to look at these critical areas of risk and to devise processes, and sometimes it's a technological solution and other things to kind of help you in a strategic way to manage those risks. So those are the things that I do. I take great pleasure in supporting folks behind the scenes. Like I always tell them, I want you to look good. I've had the accolades. I love the titles; they're great, but I don't need those anymore. I want you to get them. I want you to be seen. So that's what I do.
Is it specifically for law offices or do you expand into the corporation aspect of it as well?
Sometimes HR is, it's some HR and legal departments tend to be inextricably linked for various reasons. I also support nonprofits as well, so it doesn't have to just be a corporation. It's like those projects where you need someone with some foresight and abilities, to kind of work not across the aisle, but just different disciplines.
Mhm.
And bring the project together. So it's a little bit GC, a little bit project manager-ish. Sometimes there's some tech in there because I do believe in using data to create narratives so that you can see the narrative. And very often we have data information just so siloed that you can't see the bigger picture. But if you put it all together, you can see. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did we miss that? Well, because nobody took the time to put it together. So it gives me a lot of joy to do that. And I think it can help us to see people better, like with the nonprofit that I'm working with. You can see people who sometimes don't have a voice, but you kind of put them all together. And now the data spits out something that's just like obvious, like, wow, how'd we miss that? So I love that stuff. I do.
So we know the data can be anything, any stat available, and includes numbers. And in business, numbers are the numbers, and there's no getting around it. That's like one of my favorite sayings.
I used to work with a CFO who could look at like profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and it would tell him a story, just the numbers. He could tell you what, was logistics, which trade lane was impacted, which business unit was doing great, which one, oh, I think we're suffering a little bit with the currency exchange. He could just look at just a pool of numbers and it would tell him a story. I do not have that capability. I do still like words, but if you work with the right data folks, analytics, they can bring in information in such a way that I can see trend lines. I can see if a particular site has too many claims, too many employee complaints. Sorry, my dog just came in, versus the baseline of the company. So I can see trend lines. I can see we're seeing the same complaint over and over again. Now, there must be a problem, folks, as opposed to just each separate case or complaint in isolation. I love being able to bring it all in. We're spending too much in workers' comp. Look at it over time. We're having problems with this. We're having problems with that. And when you can see the data, now you can address a remedy. You can plan a way to how you're going to take some remedial steps. So I can't look at numbers and get a story, but I can work with people who are skilled, who can put it in something visual for me, like a Tableau or Power BI, and I can tell them exactly what I want to see. And they can build it for me. And now all of that isolated data is telling me a legal story, a risk story. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what brought you to this point to become the entrepreneur, start the business that you had? Something had a spark, something had to like turn your head around. What was it?
It was a global reorganization that took place. And my role changed in a material way for me. Let's just put it that way. And we tried to kind of, when I say we, me and the company, we tried to work together. I don't think I was in the healthiest place emotionally. I think I was approaching burnout for different reasons. And so I didn't really have the ability to kind of wait it out and see. I was just like, I'm becoming somebody that I don't even really recognize or like. And I think it would be better for you and better for me if we do part ways. This role has changed and I can't really get around that. I said, but this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to hire someone better than me. I'm going to hire someone who's so great that you're going to be like, Nadine, who? And I worked with HR and with the CEO and with the group general counsel, and we went through different rounds of finding the right candidate because I knew what it took to do this job. I know my team, and I have great love for my team. I wasn't just going to leave them in anyone's hands, right? And we did. We found somebody better than me. So I think I left on good terms, and I think I did right by the company, did right by the team. He stepped in and he's just been running. Great guy. And I feel good that it was ended in a nice and professional and even loving way, if you could put it that way.
Of doing that for a company and for other people inside the company because of your love and compassion is key.
Yeah, well, I thought I was going to go, yes, I love my team and I love the people I work with. You're right. So it was a love thing. They're easy to love, so it doesn't mean I'm a great person. And I've been there 12 plus years, right? So they've kind of seen me grow up in this stage of my career. My thought was I was going to go to another corporation, just get another corporate job that better suited me and so forth. And I applied. First of all, the job market was tougher than I thought. In 2025. And I applied, and I found every time I applied, I hoped they wouldn't call me.
Please don't call me.
Don't call me. And that was my first clue. Like, are you sure you're ready to run into another, taxing and emotionally draining corporate job? And I obviously wasn't. But more than that, I don't want to do that anymore. I kind of wanted, my son was starting high school. He's special needs. He's high functioning, but he's still, it's a transition. I wanted to be around more at home. And I wanted to own my own time. I've never owned my own time. I've never been responsible for my own time. And so March of 2025, I was still applying to jobs. But I started General Counsel Support Services. The executive orders were flying around. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get involved in this somehow. The legal world is leaving me behind. In just 2 months, from January to March, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like a dinosaur if I don't keep up. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I analyze the EOs. I look at Supreme Court briefs and cases, and I do little video vignettes to let the corporate world know this is coming. Um, I think I love being able to think. I love being able to have the time to read. I love being here in the morning when my son goes off to school, and I'm here when he gets home, you know? And this is the right thing for me right now. But we'll have time to talk about what it means to own your own business. What in the world?
Go for it now. Let's talk about it. Let's
Folks,
talk about what it is to own your own business and what the culture shock is. And if you knew what would happen.
let me start. Far be it from me to discourage anyone who wants to leave corporate or what they're doing now with, when you get paid on the 15th and the 30th, like clockwork. Far be it from me to discourage you from doing something entrepreneurial. But you need to understand, being an entrepreneur, it's not about what you do, it's about who you are. It's about who you are. It is almost a spiritual journey. And I discovered that I had some identity issues. I had some money block issues from when I was a child. You don't want to be an entrepreneur with money block issues. Right?
The money just don't come in on the 15th and the 20th unless
No,
you already sold the deal in.
exactly. I had some issues about, I felt very exposed almost. I had no name to hang my head on. I had no corner office. I had no title. I had no big institution to affiliate myself with. I just had me and my brain and my skill set and my experiences. And if the widget didn't work well, who was I going to blame? Marketing? Who am I blaming? HR? Who am I blaming? Nobody but me. I am the widget. And it's really a very, you feel exposed. And all of the things that you don't necessarily have to clean up in order to do your 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7 job effectively now is magnified. So I have to network more. I have to do small talk. I don't like small talk. Well, why don't you like small talk? Well, I don't know if I have, all the insecurities are in there. And I need to learn marketing skills. I need to not think that I'm being pushy or aggressive if I find somebody on LinkedIn that fits the profile of the client that I want to appeal to. Yeah. And I have to learn new technology. Me and chat, we're besties, folks.
Do you have a name? Do you have a name for your chat yet?
I call him Chatty Boy.
Chatty Boy? Mine's called Marilyn.
Oh, really? Okay.
Good morning, Marilyn.
I said, good morning, Chatty Boy. How's it going? It is so funny. And it's amazing how it picks up on who you are, like your own vernacular. Like I'll use like, I forget what I said. Like, did you catch the T on that? So in Black vernacular, it's like, did you hear the dirt? Did you understand what I meant? And chat responds, I'm clocking. I clocked that. I'm like, who is in there? He's like, I clocked it. I clocked the nuance, Nadine. So I had to learn new, and I have different AI tools for different projects because Chatty Boy is open. So I can't put client information in there. So Notebook LM is a good alternative and different things. So yes, entrepreneurship is fabulous. It is so uncertain, and you are the business. Everything that's good about you and everything that is weak that needs to be strengthened is going to be exposed. Yeah. And I did not know that. I thought it was just about what I do, not about who I am. It's 100% about who I am on the inside and out.
Don't you find that mindset is the key to transformation of this, and actually saying those affirmations and prayer and just making sure that you rejuvenate yourself?
You need to, first of all, have a growth mindset. because you're going to be working in areas and disciplines that you have no experience in. You won't even know what questions to ask. You won't even know what you don't know. You are going to stumble. You are going to make some missteps. I did have the privilege of reinventing myself twice. So that has helped me in this third incarnate, whatever, reinvention of myself. So I did it from the law firm to in-house counsel, a completely different skill set and mindset is needed as a manager and VP. I came in as a VP and I was doing compliance. And then when I moved from compliance, I moved into the same company, but I moved into the general counsel's office to negotiate complex contracts and things like that. I hadn't looked at a contract since my first year of law school. So I was working with people less years at a law school than me, lower titles, but they knew more.
Yeah.
And you have to be humble because you need to understand you don't know what you don't know. And your title and you're coming from a big law firm means nothing. You are reinventing yourself. You're relearning from the bottom and you're going to make missteps and that's okay. So those two things kind of bolstered me, I guess, in retrospect, because I really didn't anticipate how much of a mindset shift it would be to go from employee to entrepreneurship. So that's a lapse on my part that I couldn't see how much growth and humility and grace that you have to give yourself, because you are literally starting a whole new chapter of your career and with things that you've never encountered before. I had receipts everywhere. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And somebody said, why don't you get a bookkeeper? Oh, good suggestion. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just simple things. And I'm so excited for this journey that at 55, I get to have a whole new brand, a whole new look at what it means to be an attorney. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fresh new perspective. So talking about fresh new perspectives, what would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self from everything you've learned?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. Personal or professional?
Whatever you want or both.
The theme that runs, the current that runs through both, the theme for both personal and professionals, you really need to understand your value and your worth. I don't know how to do that for you, but you have to understand. And you know, I'm Christian by faith. God has put a gift in each and every one of us. There's some talent, there's some gift, there's something that's unique to you, and it is of tremendous value. And that goes on the personal. And if somebody cannot see that beauty, that gift, whether it's on a professional or on a personal side, it's their loss. I wish I had known that. And by the same token, there are going to be people who see it before you do. Be mentorable on the professional side. Be mentorable. And the mentor doesn't have to come in the same container as you. Could be a white man. It could be, you know, based on the container I'm in. Be mentorable, because sometimes people can see what is still that diamond in the rough, and it gives them pleasure to try to develop you. Be open to it. Try new things. Go new places. Yeah, you're going to mess up. You're going to mess up. You know, when I was an associate, summer associate, and the managing partner was going to have his annual barbecue, and my family barbecues were cut off shorts and flip-flops. Yeah, no, not in this space. It was a catered event outside with seating arrangements and servers. Thankfully, I did not wear cut-off shorts and flip-flops, but I would have had I thought of it, because, oh, barbecue, that's great. That's fantastic. We'll all do the Harlem shuffle, or and so you are going to make mistakes because you're entering a space that is unfamiliar. Enter it anyway, and enter it like you deserve to be there. And you do deserve to be there. That's what I would have told my 18-year-old self. Yes.
I love that. I love the fact that, thank God you asked somebody. Hopefully you asked somebody what to wear to the barbecue because it means different things to different people. Just like
Yes.
you said, don't assume.
Don't assume. I must have asked somebody, what are you wearing? And they told me what they were wearing, and it was not flip-flops. It wasn't glitter or anything, but certainly was not cut off jeans and flip-flops. So
Probably
I
a
trusted.
sundress or something.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. What about a game changer that you've taken into your business and have used and it's made a difference?
Oh, so you need to get comfortable with how you search for your clients and what your value proposition is. So Sale Navigator with LinkedIn and Dripify campaigns, that has been a game changer. Somebody just introduced me to Board Board AI or something like that. Boardy dot AI. I
What
just
is
came up.
that?
I joined I'm going to give her a plug here, fractional in a box business, because I was having a hard time connecting with my client base that I wanted. I have people who like and follow my stuff on LinkedIn, but it wasn't translating into, oh, Nadine, this is what you're doing now. Maybe we've got something for you. There was a disconnect. And so I joined this fractional in a box. Her name is Sue Misko, Mysko. And she mentioned this Boardy.ai thing, which has already introduced me. It sends the introductory email through LinkedIn to actual people in actual companies that you want to target.
Oh, wow.
So it's getting used to the technology. Right? If you've lost your job in 2025, as many people have,
Mhm.
and now you're sending out, cold resumes, folks.
Mm.
That is not how it's done anymore. If you are not using at least Claude or Chat or both to tailor your resume to the job description and make sure that they understand that the SEO, like, you need it to hit certain words so that the hiring bots will recognize your resume, you don't stand a chance.
Mm.
And if you are going into your own business, same thing. It's all about technology. It's all about AI. It's all about using these technological supports. You're not pounding the street, handing out flyers, folks. That's not how it, that's not how it's
That's
done.
very guerrilla marketing that you're talking here now. Come on.
That is not how it's done anymore. I've got a digital business card. I've got, you got to put out social media content. It's a completely different ballgame. But if you have a growth mindset, you will find it exciting to have to learn new things. You're gonna create new neural pathways that never had to be fired before. And it's gonna feel exciting to you. And when you connect with that business, when they're like, yeah, Nadine, we'd really like you to help us with that, you're like, yes. It's more than the money, and I thought I'd be one of those people like, yeah, if I win $1 billion tomorrow, you won't see me like again. I'll buy an island, not Epstein Island. I'll buy like a decent island. You know what I mean? A kosher, ethical island. You won't see me at all. That's not who I am. I didn't know that before starting my own business. You could give me all the money in the world. I need to do work that feels productive, that feels purposeful, that has impact. Yes, I want you to pay me, which was another problem. I wasn't charging people. I was just giving stuff away for free because I felt like I don't think it's good enough for me to charge. Another mental block that I had to overcome. So I need to do work that I feel really good about, and I walk away from it like, yeah, I did a great job for them, and I think they're happy.
Yep.
That's my happy place.
I love that. And what about no filtered confession? What you just came into this world of entrepreneurship. What do you wish that people would kick to the curb and stop believing?
Stop believing that, stop equating sales as like a used car salesman type of ick.
Hmm.
Don't do that. you're helping people with your talents, with your gifts. They have a problem that they cannot solve on their own. You might be uniquely qualified to really resolve a situation for them. And you should feel good about that. Don't give yourself the ick with that. Don't feel sleazy about it. Reaching out, finding them on LinkedIn, finding situations that, some folks have had some compliance issues that I know about because I see the legal blogs. I have a skill set that can help them through this, or help them to build something that is defensible before DOJ, or help to prevent a recurrence, So I want you to kind of get over this used sales car salesman type of mentality. Like, if you promote yourself, and I think women are especially poor at promoting themselves. Yeah, we need to get over that. And if it helps you to frame it in such a way that I'm actually helping you, I'm offering to help you, and I want to help you, it might be easier to start to put yourself out there and stand tall, stand with your chest out, and not too out, but you know what I mean? Stand tall and feel good about it. Oh yeah, because you're amazing.
You look like Superwoman when you do that.
Yes, you are amazing. You are amazing. And you don't need to sell. If they don't want to work with you, you wish them all the best. I hope you find what you need, because you're so fantastic that you'll find somebody else to bless with your talent. Really.
The blessing of the talent, and know it's okay. That just wasn't the right fit is key.
Yes.
So let's talk about fitting things in. Life is a dance, I call it. Some people call it a balance. I call it the dance.
Yeah,
so
that's better.
If so, coming from the corporate world, working 60, 80 hours a week, how did you maneuver yourself into the new dance that you have?
Being home again, post COVID certainly helps with that. So in between calls, I could put a load of laundry in. I'm, seasoning the chicken. So it kind of helps that I don't have to cram everything into 2 days, which is Saturday and Sunday. So there's that. But I do like the idea of a dance, even in the corporate world. It's never a balance, because when you think balance, people think 50-50. It's never going to be 50-50. Sometimes your job needs you more than at home does. It's a major acquisition. You're in the throes of due diligence. It's going to take a lot of time. You're buying a new, it could be any number of things where your job needs more of your attention, and that's okay. Or if you have a child that was in distress post COVID, like I did, my home life, my child needed more of my attention. And thankfully, I had a CEO who was very accommodating, very flexible, who's like, you're stressing yourself out, Nadine, because nobody here is begrudging you the extra time that you need for your child. So I was doing it to myself. So it's never going to be 50-50. It is fluid. It's always going to be fluid. So I love the idea of a dance. Yeah. But what I would have done, and I wish I had done better, would be to put myself in that flow. And I didn't know how to do that. So I do that better now. So when Apple Watch tells me to stand up, it's time to stand, I put Alexa on and I dance. It's me and the dog in here just dancing. You know what I mean? And I do a hip hop fitness class that I never was able to do because it starts at 7:00 and I wouldn't get home till after 7 p.m. I pray in the morning, and not just like perfunctory, like, okay, yeah, check the box, said my morning prayers. No, like I pray, I think, I talk to God. I just have more time. My mom's 80. Sometimes she's told me the same story 3 times. I have more patience now, and I listen. And I listen. And sometimes it's like, Mom, you told me that story already, but I have more time for her because I just have more mental freedom. If I need to work till 8, 9 o'clock at night, or if I need to do something on a Sunday, it's fine, because it's all one big dance.
It is.
Yeah, it's all one big dance. And so I don't feel that pressure to compress it into buckets anymore. I do have a tendency to kind of overwork. I do have to watch that, right? I do have to watch that, because maybe that's just how I'm wired. And so I have markers, or it's 7 o'clock at night, and I stop. And my son is not like my son wants to hang out with me. No, it's not because of that. He's 15 now. But I stop and say, and sometimes I'll tell Chatty Boy, tomorrow. We'll finish the script tomorrow. And Chat's like, oh, have a wonderful night, Nadine. You crushed it today. Chat will have you thinking you could take over the whole world. You know what I mean?
You're the bomb.com.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you crushed it today, Nadine. You crushed it. So
I wonder if you had a sister or friend who's still in her job and like has this inking inside of her that she wants to become this entrepreneur. What would you tell her?
I would tell her, do it. I would tell her, do it. I would tell her, do it, even though you don't have everything perfectly lined up. Because if you're waiting for the absolutely perfect conditions, you're never going to make that leap. I would tell her, see if you could maintain relationships with your former employer when the time comes, because that might be your first client. And I would tell her, try it. Don't just try it, do it. Do it for a time. There's nothing stopping you from returning to corporate down the road if that's what you want to do. And if you have that inkling to try it, it's because something in you is now kind of poking you. There's something in you is poking you. Otherwise, why would you even really think about it, right? So there's an alignment that needs to happen with this new version of who you are. Do it. All the way. Just do it.
Even if you have to start small on the weekends, just do it. Do something.
There are a number of people who maintain, they're still W-2s, and they still start their little LLC. Not little, they start their LLC and they start out small. If you're in a type of job where you need to disclose that because you're concerned of conflicts or whatever, then just disclose it. But that's a fantastic point, Angel. You don't have to leave and then start it. You could dabble now and try it out, and build. Yeah.
All right, let's peel back the curtain. I want to look into the future and have a sneak peek of what we see for Nadine and her business.
For me?
And your business, or both, one or the other, or both, either one.
For my business, I see my business as a multi-million-dollar revenue generating business. I see myself with 3 to 4 employees full-time with benefits. I see myself with top-tier clients that I provide wonderful service where when they pay me, they're happy because they got such tremendous value. And I see that for me for the next, 5 to 7 years. And if I return to corporate, which I probably will, it will be on terms that are right for me. And it's because there's a need maybe it's a startup, maybe it's a nonprofit, maybe it's not corporate. There's a need there that I can fill, and I've already made my money. So I'm starting to look at my paycheck as a cap. That was a mindset shift. You were capped. That was your ceiling.
Yeah.
And now that's going to be my floor. So that's how I'm changing my outlook. I'm reading fabulous books. One in particular, I'll mention it to you when we get to that section, which is about having an abundance mindset, and that this universe, the earth, it's abundant. It's absolutely abundant. So I meditate on that. I think about it, and sometimes the references in the book refer like biblical references, which is my baseline. So I go back to that, and you are rethinking reality for you. So my salary is my floor.
Oh, I love that one. All right, unexpected. Tell us something that's unexpected that would go, she did what?
Oh, geez. Unexpected?
I love unexpected.
I can't really think of anything.
Okay, so I'll tell you mine. And it always gets people thinking. You ready?
Okay, yes.
I've been known to tabletop dance. Sober. Somebody dared me, and I'm like, sure.
Okay, no, I'm not there. People don't believe me when I say I love hip hop. I love hip hop. I love hip
Okay.
hop.
Give me some songs. Come on. Give me some songs.
Well,
I love it.
the latest Ti song has me in a chokehold right now. It's called Let 'Em Know. I have it on repeat. I have it on repeat. I just tell Alexa repeat it. When I'm in the car, I just press the button so it just loops and loops and loops and like a literal chokehold this song has me in. And I do a hip hop fitness class. So I'm crip walking. I mean, they're all like 20 years younger than me. They're doing burpees. I could barely get down on the ground. And if I get down on the ground, it's iffy if I can get back up. You know what I mean? I love it. And
Yeah.
I don't care. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is unexpected because I'm very prim and proper, but I do love me some hip hop.
I love it. And I love your song. So what about a book or books?
Okay, so I'm a born again Christian. I love the Bible, and not just like in an academic sense, like a holy sense, because you could probably tell I'm not very holy, but it's I love the instruction. Every part of facet of life that you can encounter, there's something in there for you. So I love the Bible. I'm also reading over and over again, A Happy Pocket Full of Money.
Ooh.
Folks, get this book. It was recommended to me. The same person who identified that the services I'm providing is the service and help that I wish I had had while I was general counsel. The same person who coined that concept or could see that that's what I was doing before I could even see it. She's the one who recommended that book. Happy Pocket Full of Money. It is.
Okay, I'm going to get it. Go.
Money, one of the quotes from there, which is not my favorite quote, but one of the quotes in there that I read every morning is, money is but a shadow of your internal value.
Oh.
That's all it is. It's a type of hovering shadow of what you think your internal value is.
Ooh.
Girl, I know. Money is but a shadow of your internal value. So you got to get that value high.
Oh,
Get
I'm
it
going to get
high.
the book. I'm going to
Get
get
the book. Get the
All
book.
right. Oh, words. Give us another quote. You have another quote.
Yes, yes. This is a quote that from MLK, not just because it's Black History Month. It's actually a quote that I do believe in. Okay, I'm going to read it for you. So, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's not the kicker. This is the kicker, guys. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. What affects one directly affects all indirectly. We cannot escape each other.
Nope.
We cannot silo ourselves from each other. We can't be Democrat and conservative, Republican, and think that one does not dance in some way with the other. No, folks, we're connected. I need you to prosper so I can prosper. That's how I have to look at the world anyway.
And you just hit it head on. It's the dance.
Dance. Yes.
A superpower for just 24 hours. What would it be?
I know. To love the unlovable. I'm really focused on increasing that love walk. That I really want to be able to love the person.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they might be unlovable in my eyes, as somebody once told me, I think it was Tina Lifford, she's an actress, be curious. How did they end up that way? Be curious.
Ooh. Ooh, let's just take that a step further. If you're just curious about somebody and find out more about them, it
Yes.
opens up a network that you never had access to.
That part.
And it gives them, because you see them, and that's all everybody wants, is somebody to see them and who they truly are.
Yes, that's it. That's the secret to love.
Mhm.
If you can see the person. If you can see the person. Yes.
Wow. Oh, wow. You know, yeah. Seeing the other people is love.
Seeing the other people, not what they do. See the person. Be curious. Give them that grace to say, I would like to understand. I want to see you. You may not like what they do ever, but that you don't need to do that in order to love the person.
Yeah. I used to say, okay, they are acting the way they're acting, and I still believe this, because they got hurt somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah, and they just have too many guards up.
Probably, but I would never be curious about it.
No,
I
but
would
wanna
never
know them.
want to get to know beyond what I see, and you're a threat to me, or, I don't want to be around you.
No,
So I am,
but if you can see them
yes,
and who they really are, that's
yes,
all they want, that's love.
that is a form of love. It is. Yep.
Wow. I wish I would have had that on Valentine's Day. That would have been a great thing to talk on instead of what I spoke on. Yeah. It was a love a day event.
That's
That would have been
right.
perfect. Oh my God.
Oh
All
gosh.
right. Do you believe in motivation? And if you do, what do you do to get motivated?
Um, well, what do I do to get motivated? I'm motivated now to build this multi-billion. Woo!
Oh, you
Lord.
just it's a multi-billion-dollar company.
Okay. I was gonna say multi-million, but I don't know how the B got in there. But I'm really motivated by that. I want to be able to hire people. I want to be able to be a blessing to others. I want the money and to be comfortable with money and set up myself and my kid. And I want it all. That motivates me. That really does motivate me. Yeah.
So, what's the best way for our audience to stay connected with you and your multi-billion-dollar company?
I'm pretty active on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
So if you look for Nadine Jones, I'm based in Jersey City, so you'll find me through there, and I do respond. And or through my website, which is gcsupportservice.com. My email address and telephone number are also on the website, so that's a good place. I am on Facebook and IG and TikTok-ish. I'm not as good at TikTok, but LinkedIn I am very active on, and you can find me there.
Awesome. And what about a final mic drop? What do you have to say to our audience that maybe we didn't talk about yet?
The whole world's waiting for your business. Whatever it is that you need to produce, or you have this desire to produce. I don't care if it's a catering service. I don't care if it's a grooming business for dog. I don't care if it's a multi-billion-dollar startup or whatever. We're waiting. We need it.
I love that. Nadine, you just have the sweetest heart. Oh my God, you give to people unconditionally, and I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.